Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play Final Fantasy XI mit Alwyb. Und wir stehen jetzt hier schon im Windurst der Vergangenheit und sprechen mit Galda. Count Borel. Galda, my good sir, it has been a while. A while it has been indeed. We've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. It is good to see you in such high spirits. Now, as you are no doubt already aware, the purpose for my journey here is... Why, the last time we met would have been... at the final of the Three Nations Conflict Tournament, yes, that's it. Ah, the memories do come flooding back. I must say the crowning moment of the tournament was when, in the dying seconds of the final round, I dropped my lord cold to the groundy wound with the butt of the club and dashed to victory with Petra in hand. Why, it's still fresh in my mind, as though it all happened just through yesterday. Ah, those were the days. Pray forgive my cutting short of your delightful reminiscence, but the matter I seek to discuss with the warlord is of utmost urgency. Oh yes, that's right, Haru. Come with me, please. Windurst extends its welcome to our Sandorian allies. Official emissary from Sandoria, Halver and Borel, at your service. Well met, Count Borel. I am Warlock Warlord Robel Akbel. And I, Leku Haboka, Military Tactician and Advisor to the Warlock Warlord. Interessant, dass die beiden jetzt auch in der Hauptstory vorkommen. With me here are my traveling companions on the mission, Lilisette of Troop Mayakov and... Alwyb, you've been keeping yourself occupied, I see. Ah, das finde ich schön, dass sie es anerkennen, dass man sie schon in der anderen Storyline kennt. War ja nicht immer so in dem Spiel. It would appear that Alwyb requires no introduction. The hand of fate has obviously led her here. Indeed. Alwyb, you were off gallivanting in Sandoria all this time, but didn't think to tell me? Now then, what is this urgent matter that you wish to discuss? Yes, well... Surrender. Those were the exact words of Cernak Molada. That the regions surrounding Jeuno have hosted a great many battles against the Beastmen is well known to us. As a matter of fact, several warlock brigades have been deployed to those conflict-ridden areas at the Duchy's behest. But if Juno's intention truly is to surrender, it would be in the best interest of Windurst to recall them back to the capital without delay. If I may be permitted to speak, my lord, Sandoria is united in the belief that Jeuno must not fall to the Beastmen. By order of King Destin, preparations are being made as we speak to send a contingent of knights to bolster Juno's defense. That is why we've come, to seek help from our Windurstian allies in the form of further reinforcements for the duchy. Something is amiss. Extremely amiss. Nakmolade is re-owned the two continents over as a shrewd negotiator and brilliant strategist. He certainly isn't the type to be preaching surrender at his premature stage. Which means... While we are solely aware that the Federation must prioritize its own welfare, Juno's surrender would have an irreversibly disastrous effect on the war. Please, sirs, I beg you, assist us in the defense of Juno. Leiko, what is the current state of our forces? The war warlocks cannot be relieved from their current posts. The Mithra mercenaries, on the other hand, have recently had their numbers replenished, or perhaps... Understood. Windurst would not turn a deaf ear to this earnest request from our Sandorian brothers and sisters. Nor would we forget the debt we owed the kingdom for coming to our aid at Fort Karugo Narugo. Your wish is granted. Juno can count on reinforcements from Windurst. Thank you, Your Excellency. Let us fight side by side for the survival of Juno and the future of all children of Altana. A moment. If I may inquire your name once more? But of course, I'm Lilisette, Troop Mayakov's brightest young star. Honored to have made your acquaintance. Lilisette. A beautiful name. Okay, das war's in Windurst. Dann geht's jetzt mal nach Sandoria. Nach Bastok meine ich. Es ist übrigens für die Mission völlig egal, in welcher Reihenfolge man die zwei Städte anklappert. Ja, und da steht Radford. My dear Count Borel, it is good to see you again. We had received word that you would be coming. Good to see you also, Radford. My apologies for the late notice. And pray excuse my brashness, but time is of the essence. How soon may we present ourselves to His Excellency? Word of your arrival has already reached the President's ear. This way, please. Welcome to our fair republic. It is my understanding that you bring a matter of grave importance to this discussion table. I hope you don't mind my legatee taking part. No, not at all, Your Excellency. Now, if you'll allow me to explain the events which have led to this sudden visit. Jeuno is to surrender? That the very architect of the alliance could have had such a drastic change of heart is inconceivable. On delivering the news to King Destin, Sir Nakamlada appended that the three nations too should make ready for unconditional surrender. Throwing down our swords, however, is the last thing on the mind of Sandorians, as it is ours. A Junoan surrender would have a calamitous effect on the war, and must be avoided no matter the cost. To this end, Sandoria will dispatch a contingent of knights to aid in the duchy's defense. And now the kingdom humbly asks that our ally Bastok too lend soldiers to their most worthy of cause. To this most worthy of cause. What say you all? As much as we'd like to rush to Juno's aid, to put it bluntly, we haven't the capacity to do so. We've introduced heavy losses over the course of this cursed war. Any further dints to our rank, and we have no choice but consider conscripting civilians. I must concur. In our current state, sending away even a small contingent of soldiers would be a tantamount to cutting off our own sword arms on the eve of battle. But the 4th Division too suffers from a severe shortage of hands. Countless Republican soldiers, good men and women, were felled at the Battle of Grauberg. Brave through the situation in Jeuno may be, I fear we have no soldiers to spare. However, it pains me to have to say this, Count Borel, but given the circumstances, Bastok cannot answer the call. We ask for your understanding. In better times, such a discussion would not have been necessary. Fourth Division, 7th Cohorts Prefectus Zazak reporting. Zazak, what is the meaning of this intrusion? My apologies. As the head of the 4th Division, it was I who called upon the Prefectus. Yes, and my apologies for gate crashing this little party and eavesdropping and whatnot. But enough beating around the bush. Mr. President, sir, requesting permission to lead the 7th Cohorts in Juno's defense, sir. You don't need to worry about manpower, if that's what on your mind. As of late, my unit received a generous injection of young blood raring to prove themselves on the battlefield. You're joking, surely. The 7th Cohorts are more akin to a basket of rotten eggs than a military unit. What can a bunch of untried social misfits hope to achieve? Legatosberger, if you don't mind sparing a bit of your precious time, it'd be my pleasure to give you an inspection tour of the 7th Cohorts. See the lads and lasses with your own eyes, and even you will be compelled to retract your rotten eggs comment. And that comes with a Sazak guarantee. It's quite the mystery, but all who join the 7th Cohorts, even the disagreeable type abandoned by society as lost causes, undergo a transformation and are reborn as disciplined soldiers. And as an added convenience, it appears that a sizable chunk of the Beastman force camping out of Jeuno is made up of Quadav, our specialty. Unlike us, though, the folks over in Jeuno haven't had much experience dealing with the turtlemen and their thick shells. That's why they've been having it rough in all this time. Nobody here discounts the duchy strategy importance. That much we've established. If she were to fall to the Beastmen, it'd only be a matter of time before the three nations will follow suit. Let us go and lend a hand to our Jeunan brothers and sisters, I say. I beg you to consider, Mr. President. Rough-mannered as Zazak is, I can attest to his leadership and powers on the battlefield. Very well. Prefector Zazak, have your unit mobilized. I leave the matter in your hands. Now we are talking. Thank you, sir, Mr. President, sir. The 7th cohorts will strike out for Jeuno without delay. Thank you, sir. Now, little missy, I haven't done anything deserving of such an enthusiastic display of gratitude. There's nothing special about helping out friends in need. And nationality sure as hell's got nothing to do with it either, am I right? Yes, sir. Lilisette, Alwyb, I thank you both for your cooperation. With your invaluable assistance, our mission to entreat the aid of the two nations was a success. All that remains now is to relay word to Jeuno and ensure that no acts of folly such as surrender take place. Yes, my lord. I fear this is where we must part. My duties require that I be at my king's side. Take this letter and see it safely to the hands of Archduke Kamlanot. After you've done so, be on standby to receive our knights upon their arrival. Understood, sir. May the goddess keep you. So, und das war's dann auch für heute. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, macht's gut.